understand that it is the man's responsibility to provide for the home. Culture has made us to know that. The Bible has made us to know that, because in an institution, there must be a leader. Am I correct? And that leader have to be a man in the home. And that man must take both financial, emotional, just call it every form of responsibility. But the woman is also there to assist her. Number 2 is to ensure that we learn a lifestyle of choices that will help us to reduce the factors, the risk factors, and those ones that will promote health. The third reason is that we will be able to take preventive measures that will help us to prevent some of these diseases or some of these illnesses, and also at the same time to take screening tests. Most of the time, when our wives are pregnant, they go for antenatal. Am I correct? When they are going for antenatal, they do a lot of screening. So many tests are done. How many men go for, how am I going to call it now? I mean, no man goes for whether panatal or whatsoever. I don't know. No man goes. So they are not. So one of the things, apart from the hypertension as a result of stress and the complications that comes with hypertension, some men suffer diabetes. Not just men. People suffer diabetes and they don't know. Some will even know. They will take it as if it is a normal thing. Some, you will talk to them about it, they will say, it is not my portion. It is not your portion. The signs and symptoms are there, and you are saying it is not your portion. Whose portion is it? Whose portion is it? The signs and symptoms are glaring in your face. You do tests, the results are showing, and you are saying it is not your portion. It is important that we take care of our health. But in today's topic, we are going to concentrate on the prostate. The prostate, it is only men that have prostate. And what is prostate? The prostate is a gland or an organ that helps the man, or that works with the man, or it is a part of the man reproductive, the productive organ. What does it do? It secretes a fluid, prostatic fluid, that joins with the semen that the man produces, and then it helps the semen to move in order to be able to fertilize the egg of the woman. What does that mean? Any man that does not have a prostate cannot produce pregnancy. That is simply put. So that is for that. But in this prostate, it is also necessary that we understand that men generally, just as you have cervix is specific to women, prostate is specific to men. Men generally, as they age, as they grow older, they tend to develop prostate problems. The prostate becomes enlarged. It does not have any particular cause, but aging predisposes a man to it. There are several other reasons that it might happen. Then, where does the prostate locate? How do you find the prostate? The prostate is behind the scrotum, inside at the back of the rectum. Do you understand? That is why you cannot examine yourself. If it is something you can do for yourself, I would have taught you now. But you cannot examine yourself, but another person can examine it for you. How is it done? It is done, the man will have to lie down and fold his leg and cross it. I don't know. You understand what I'm trying to explain? You lie down with your side, shift the outside, cross the leg to expose the rectum. As you put your hand inside, you will feel the prostate. If it is soft, that man is okay. But by the time it starts changing in texture, it means the prostate is becoming enlarged. And before you know it, as it becomes so, there are people that as soon as you put, the whole place is filled up. You can't even find space to enter. And that's where you find some men, they start dribbling. They start having issues that has to do with the prostate. And one of the commonest problem of prostate enlargement is the one we call benign prostate hyperplasia. That is just normal enlargement. It is not cancerous. Some people also, it goes to the level of becoming cancerous. And you cannot know if it is cancerous or not until a tissue from it has been taken and it goes to the lab and come back. And in doing this, the person will have to watch out for symptoms. How do you know? How does it start? Most of the time, as a young man, if you go and stand out to urinate, you see the full stream of the urine that comes. You know the force of urine that comes. But as one gets older, the stream of the urine reduces. And then it gets to a stage that as you stand to urinate as a man, you discover that you did not empty your bladder completely. Sometimes when you want to urinate, you will see dribbling. That is, the urine will just be dropping small. Sometimes there is this urgency. The urge to urinate will be very high there. As you try to go out to urinate, the thing already is dribbling out by himself. And there is this feeling of not emptying the urine. Then there are medications for it if you observe it on time, depending at the stage where it is. And those medications is to relax the muscles around it so that the person can urinate well. But if it has advanced, the only solution is surgery. And we call that surgery prostatectomy, where they remove the prostate. And before it gets, God is a generous God. Before it gets to the stage of saying a man does prostatectomy, person would have complete his life cycle. That's what I mean is, you would have had the number of children you want to have. So, and then there's the one we call prostatitis, inflammation of the prostate. And in that one, we have like two types: acute bacterial prostatitis. That one starts suddenly. And in addition to all the signs and symptoms that I have mentioned before, that one, it comes with chills, with pains in the penis, and then there is fever. When such happens, all you have to do is see your doctor. There is chronic bacterial prostatitis, that particular chronic bacterial prostatitis. That one, you will treat, it will go. Few months, it comes back. You treat, it goes. Few months, it comes back. That is the one that is chronic. And then there is this one that is called chronic pelvic pain syndrome. That is chronic prostatitis. The other one is chronic bacterial prostatitis. So a lot of all this one, it comes with lower back pain and pain around the groin and the tip of the penis. That one is chronic pelvic pain syndromes. Lower back pain, the groin, and the tip of the penis. And in this particular one, there is need to change lifestyle. I have mentioned the signs and the symptoms of it before. Then, what are the causes? The causes of all these things that I have mentioned. One of the cause, or I have said it is idiopathic. Two, it is aging. Aging is one of the factors. And then infection of the urinary tract. If you observe any infection of the urinary tract, please ensure you treat it. For instance, you go to urinate and you discover that your urine is cloudy, like something that you add an egg to eat. You understand me? It's not urine, irrespective of the color. But if you drink enough water, when you urinate, the urine is supposed to be the normal color of urine and transparent. But if you observe that you urinate and the urine is cloudy in color, please, you need to treat it. And then, if you urinate and you discover that the urine, as it is pouring into the toilet, that it is foaming, it shows signs of kidney infection. Please ensure you see doctor as soon as possible if the urine is foaming. And then also inflammation of the prostate, and then the change in the male sex hormone, damage or injury to the testicles. If the testicles is down there, if maybe somebody as a result of crush injury from accidents, maybe fight, kick, and things like that. So those are the things that has to do with that. Then we come to what and what. What do you do to prevent it? There are things, there are the ones that we call modifiable factors and non-modifiable factors. Now you are a man. Can you modify being a man? You are getting old. Can you modify being old? You cannot modify being old. But if you are on the fat side, you can modify your weight. You can maintain a healthy weight. You can reduce, you can shade your weight. You can eat something good. If you are the type, maybe that drinks, this is a house of God, I expect that people here don't drink. But if you drink, we expect that you are supposed to stop drinking. So one of the major forms of prevention is eating a healthy diet. And what are those healthy diets? The diets that are low in fat, more of fruits and vegetables, and then less of meat. You eat less of meat, including pomo. Including pomo. What is pomo self? Pomo is skin, am I correct? Pomo is skin. And if you burn, skin is made up of what? Those of us that went to school. What is made up of skin? No, not layers. What is? No. Skin is more of fat. You understand me? That is why it can insulate the body. You understand me? When the weather is cold, you will see your skin chilled. You understand me? Trying to generate heat inside. The skin is more of fat. So when you are burning, you are eating pomo, you are just eating burnt fat. You understand me? You are just eating burnt fat. I'm not saying don't eat it, but eat it with caution. Maybe just 1 piece or 2 pieces. No, when people are getting old like this, their long throats, it's usually too much. They like eating some of those things. So let's reduce the way we eat those things. And then maintain a healthy weight. If your body mass index is above 30, you are obese. It does not matter how your size looks like. You are obese. If your body mass index is above 30, then you exercise. You do exercise, and then you do medical check-up. There is one of the check-up that you do from 40 years upwards. It is common among men that are 50 upwards. But from 40 years upwards, you can do a test that we call PSA. That PSA is prostate-specific antigen. In doing this prostate-specific antigen, between the age of 40 to 50, the normal is 0.6 to 0.7 ng per ml. That is for 40 to 50. So if somebody does it, and you see that your PSA, you are maybe 40 to 50, and your PSA is already 1, it calls for caution. Then age 60 and above, the normal PSA is 1.0 to 1.5. And it is to be done every 2 to 3 years, depending on what the last test said. Depending on your last test result, you do it every 2 or 3 years. So that is for the prostate. Now I come to my area of specialty, which is nephrology, preventive nephrology. People are coming down with kidney disease like malaria. And it is a cause of concern for every one of us these days. And unfortunately, the country, just as we keep saying, nobody is looking into this area. And because of that, we want to encourage everybody to do what you can do to ensure you prevent kidney disease. Some of these young people that are here, you are the one that is drinking, I don't know, there are so many things that the young people in secondary school, teenagers, that they are drinking. Some, whether they say, so many things that they drink. Colos, yes, colos, and so many other ones that they are drinking. Some of the children, normal, you are supposed to have 2 kidneys, but some people have 1. And you that is joining another child to drink colos, you don't know if your own is 1. If the person that is drinking colos have 2 kidneys, and his nephrons are much, by the time you that join that person to drink colos, the kidney, your own is down without knowing, not until you go for checkup. By the time you come to understand, you will see that the person that just joined is already down with kidney disease. Meanwhile, the person that has been drinking for years, nothing doing. And for that reason, you are in school, please be serious with your studies, just take care. And if you are a man here, and you still have your wife still giving birth, please, when she is pregnant, ensure she register properly, because kidney diseases, what do they call it? The research shows that women are women have more chronic kidney disease now, all as a result of lack of care during pregnancy. So please, if you know you are not ready to have childbirth, go and do family planning so that your wife can stay alive for you. If you put her on the family way, ensure you register her properly and you take good care of her. Then, the other one, if for any reason, checking your blood pressure does not take more than 200 naira, even as hard as economy is. If you walk into any hospital, they will check it even free for you. Just walk in, ensure you check your blood pressure. Ensure you are not the type that once you hit your leg against the stone, the next thing is to drink paracetamol. Paracetamol damages our liver and it also damages our kidneys. Let it not be that you are the person that is drinking alabuku. You go out, the little stress, you feel you are too stressful. Instead of looking for hot water to bathe yourself and massage yourself with a balm, the next thing is you carry alabuku and pour it into your mouth. You are damaging the kidney. Let it not be that all these of recent things have been going on in the social media. The orange juice, the mango juice, the pineapple juice that we think we are drinking, they are saying that it is not mango juice, that there is all that we have been drinking has been, what do they call it? Have been chemicals. Sir? Okay, yes. That all that we have been drinking have been concentrates. Have we now surprised that kidney disease is now on the increase? Because even the so-called Pepsi and Coke, people are producing it even in barracks. So many places they are producing it. If you have the ability to produce this juice yourself, for yourself and for your husband, what stops you from producing it? It does not take much. Because the truth is that if of a truth they are really producing fruit juice, the average Nigerian man might not be able to buy the real fruit juice. If they are really producing fruit juice, the average person might not be able to buy it. So as we are taking these chemicals into our, I'm not saying don't take, but when you take it, ensure you are also drinking plenty of water to flush it out. You have so many things that you can do in the form of juice for yourself. So, and then in the aspect of eating, let us ensure that we eat a healthy diet. If we eat well, we check our blood pressure well, we maintain a good weight, and we check our blood sugar. And we stop all these non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs. And for the ladies, men don't bleach. Now women, they bleach. All the toning cream, all the toning lotion, all the rich toning A and toning B, all of them, they are not good for the kidney because your kidney is absorbing them whether you like it or not. Sorry, your skin is absorbing them whether you like it or not, and everything goes down to the kidney because the kidney is the one that will flush out everything that you have taken. So that is for that I have come. So preventive kidney disease is very, very important. And those boys and girls, we are here. You will come to the hospital. You will see a child angry with his father and his mother. Because why? The father and mother have brought them into pain. What happens? When you do not follow the normal procedure for marriage in the church, and you marry without knowledge, you marry without proper investigations, and then you bring out children into the world to suffer. So if you are a single person here, you want to marry, for your own sake, please follow the church rules and regulations. What am I trying to say? If you are doing boyfriend and girlfriend, are you going to go and check the genotype of that person? You will not check. The only thing that will happen is once the person is pregnant, what happens? You must marry the person. You must marry the person that you give belly. At the end of the day, you discover that, assuming the man is AS, and maybe the next woman he marry is AS, at this present generation, we are not supposed to be having sicklers, but we are still having sickling children. It pains us in the health sector. Me, if I see a child of 12 years, 6 years, coming in for dialysis as a result of kidney disease, as a result of sickle cell, it pains me. And these are pains that the parents should have prevented by making the right choice. As he saw one person wait last 2 or 3 months, what happened? The man is an AS. Unfortunately, the lady too is SC. And they insist they must marry. They marry. I pray God will help them. Because by the time the music will begin to sing, that love that they say is breaking their head will fly out of the window. And the other one says is going to take the wife abroad. They are going. Yes, the money that is being spent on that issue just to make sure that you don't have a sickler, maybe it could have been done for other things. I also know also that sometimes when they become pregnant and they discover right inside the womb, they have the ability in abroad to check for the genotype, as I heard. By the time they check and the person is a sickler, what do? They abort the pregnancy. Whose benefit? So those are the things that we have to discuss today. I've talked about the functions of the prostate, that it helps to help the fluid. It secretes fluid that helps the sperm, joins with the sperm to form what we call seminal fluid. And that fluid is supposed to aid the movement of the sperm to get into the womb. And then the muscles of the prostate is also as a force to push out the semen during the period of ejaculation. So that is the basic function of the prostate. Praise the Lord. I don't know if there is any question. Okay. Let me answer Gio's own. Praise the Lord. Enlargements of the prostate, from what I know, is not as if it is a genetic problem. If a man escapes it, it does not mean that it may have enlarged, but not to the extent of obstructing the urine. It is when it obstructs the urine that they start looking for help. It's just like saying fibroid. Every woman at the productive stage have the tendency to have fibroid. But it is not compulsory that all women must have fibroid. That is for that. And then for the face, for the makeup, it's a possibility. I've not come across the video and I have not seen anything like that, but it's a possibility because it is chemical. Just as I talked about those of us that are toning and applying cream. Actually, the video stated that the chemical effects of the The kidneys, yes. It affects even sight. Even sight. Especially those of them that use what do they call it? Mascara. What do they? I don't know their names. So those that those that put mascara, it affects even the eyes, and sometimes those that even stitch eyelashes, they have issues. There's number 3 that you ask. So you ask number 3. Okay, thank you. Yes, issues relating to the foamy urine. If somebody urinates, if it is on inside a water, you understand me? You first of all find out, was the toilet washed? If there was soap inside, the tendency for it to foam will be there. Then, if it foams, the first one, by the time the toilet is flushed, each time you urinate, you discover the urine is foamy. It's something to call attention. Secondly, apart from the urine foaming, if you discover that the urine is cloudy, you understand? The urine is cloudy, and then the next step to do is, if you collect that urine in a clean something, just look at it. Is it clear? And even if it is clear, if you urinate and urinate, it is foamy, you need to see doctor. Yes. Your urine is foamy, whether on the ground, and it is foaming steadily each time you urinate. You have observed it more than 3 times. You urinated at different points. It keeps foaming. Maybe not as a result, I don't know how to explain it. Maybe not as a result of, sometimes maybe somebody has stayed with a wife, and maybe the remnant of semen is causing, you understand me? All those kind of a thing. But if it keeps foaming each time, it is an indication, because the urine comes from the kidney into the bladder to outside. So the urine is a picture of what is happening in your body. You wanted to ask a question? It says those having 1 kidney and 2 kidney, okay? Well, it's a malformation, maldevelopment. You understand me? Just like you have people that are born with 5 fingers. You have people that are born with 6 toes. You understand me? And then the medication the woman is consuming during pregnancy can also contribute to it. Do you understand? There is no how you will know unless you go for scan. You get me? That's why it is important to be careful with the food you eat, the drugs you take, so that you don't put yourself into problem. Yes, sir. All right, thank you. Yeah, having regular sex life is a healthy treatment for the prostate. Do you understand? But when it comes to cancer, if the person have cancer in the background, do you understand me? Prostate cancer has to do with hereditary now. Do you understand me? But enlarged prostate may not play a part in hereditary. Do you understand? Having regular sex may help to prevent prostate enlargement and will delay prostate cancer. That's the way I can put it. For a person that already have cancer in the family, it may delay the onset. Thank you, sir. Sir, research are still ongoing, but the general belief is that a healthy sex life helps in the prevention of prostate challenges, and especially where the man does not have what we call bacterial prostatitis. You understand me? You don't get infection maybe by living a double standard life and then get infection. So you don't have a bacterial infection that you are always treating. The healthy, ideal teaching is that a healthy sex life will prevent or prolong prostate life, if I use that word. That is the thing. And somebody was asking me the other time, say, how long? Okay, sir. All right, they say my time is up. Okay, somebody was asking, like, how many times will you count it as a healthy sex life? I don't know how to answer that question now, but yes. All right. Thank you so much, and God bless you.
You can do better. You can do better. You can do better. You can do better.
And it is below poverty level. You are supposed to be employed from 8 o'clock. You are supposed to work till the end of the day. That is Nigeria for us. Currently, I, as a person, I have worked for almost 25 years for somebody. And I don't know whether I am poor or rich. So the important thing now is that I have worked as a salesman, and I want to really start producing my own, be on my own MD, start producing and people selling for me. What is your advice? Because it shouldn't be my fault.
Everybody praise the Lord. It is simple, Brother Chidi. Sometimes when God is talking to us, we may not even know God is talking to us. God will talk to you through your event, situation, and circumstance. You worked for people over a time, and you are actually not achieving your goal. It is for you to sit back. How do I break even from here? As you are, let me say this. What he said that poverty is a choice, it is true. Poverty is a choice. The Bible says in Proverbs 10:5, he becometh poor that deals with a slack hand. When you're lazy, you will be poor. When you're negligent, you will be poor. Number 2, poverty is a curse. It's in the Bible. If you don't, Deuteronomy 28, you are not obeying the Lord your God, you are going to suffer the want, the lack of all things. Chapter 28, 47, 48 of Deuteronomy. Now, if you look at this, you realize that in life, just look away from government. I mentioned here, was it on Thursday, that in this economy as hard as it is, people are building mansions. Not because they are stealing or doing anything evil, but because by sheer hard work, they are generating money. How do we survive in this economy? My brother who treated on economy, where is Pastor Bishop? We treated it here. How do you survive in a frosty economy or harsh economy financially? It is for us to sit back at this time. God has given us promises that in famine you shall be satisfied. If government cannot pay us, we on ourselves can create wealth. God gives us the power. The word power, the original says the ability, the idea, the concept, the nation, and the notion. Those are all synonyms of the original Hebrew word power to create wealth. So all of us that are here can create wealth. It is for you to look at your boss and say, well, I want to be a boss of myself. And you sit back, marshal out your planner. The beginning may be small, yet your later end shall greatly increase. Poverty is a choice. Poverty is a curse. Poverty is also a covenant. There are people who have a covenant of poverty in their families. Are you here with me? So please take note. Thank you.
Please, let's jam.
Let me assist in that question. Lord, on the teaching of our brother, poverty is your choice. Are you getting my point? It's somebody's choice. Okay. Okay, it's somebody's choice if you want to be poor. Are you getting my point? I know you are hearing of Big Cola today. Formerly you are hearing Coca-Cola. Today you are hearing Big Cola. Big Cola was a staff of Coca-Cola once. He went out from Coca-Cola from the wisdom. He taught us about wisdom and idea. And there's something that the English use, whether swag or whatever. So if you can put when you are in that company, if you cool down, like as you are in that manufacturing hair cream now, I have a brother from my town. He used to produce this hair cream. He come to garage and carry all the condemned oil. I never knew they are using condemned oil for hair cream. Until the day I saw him carrying it. I said, what are you people carrying? He said, it's using for producing hair cream. Today, that my brother is a billionaire. You can make it. I know of a woman. He started from frying shim, tying in nylon. From tying nylon, he modelized it and put mama chichi shim. Before you know it, that woman is a billionaire today. That is what he's trying to teach you, to run away from poverty. God bless you.
A big one.
Now, can I tell you something? I think I don't need, let me use my voice. You can hear me at the back, am I right? All right. Have you looked at the Great Commission? Yes. Go into all the world and preach the gospel to every creature. He that believeth and is baptized shall be saved. He that believeth not shall be damned. That is a marketing strategy. That verse. Why I'm telling you this is, when I worked with Segdas, 2004 to 2006, I grew from marketing executive to become the country marketing manager for that company. Now, I was going to train other marketers in the 6 geopolitical zones. And I will go to the various locations from Portiscom to Jos, Kanu, Mbo, where we had the showrooms. And I'll recruit workers and train them. The strategy was that verse of scripture. Now, the word go ye, tells you that Englishman says, if you don't say you are, nobody will say you are. So you have a product. You can't sit idle in the house and people will know you have that product. You will go out. That is marketing. You are going to talk to people. Go ye, preach. You disciple the people. I have this product. This is what it can do for you. And as you do that, talk to 1, 2, 3, 4 persons, you find that as soon as one person uses it and find that it is good, the person will talk to others about it. Am I right? This is the key. And I'm sure, like my brother just whispered to, fear of starting. Fear of doing what? Starting. Before Greater Work started, I had the fear too. When God spoke to me about ministry, wasn't when I left. I was afraid. I was scared. I've not done it before. And I was also afraid of what will people, the brethren, say. They will say that all this man he has been doing, arranging programs, ministering to people, he has been planning to leave this church and open his own ministry. I had all that fear. Another fear was that the brethren would think that, this man is going to look for money. That's why, which they actually said. But August that year, the Lord said to me, you have to leave now and go and do. I was praying. And it wasn't a dream, very clearly. And I got up there. My wife is here. I was kneeling, praying. I stood up. I went to my wife and I told her, this was my words. I don't want God to abandon me. Because when he spoke to me, the next thing is if I don't take the action, he was going to leave me to myself. And so I started going to the leaders I needed to speak to them in deeper life. And I spoke to them. I took that action simply and purely by faith. Until I'm standing here now, I've never regretted that I started Greater Works. With all the battles and the problems. So don't limit yourself to the little change you collect from there. You can't become an employer. Who said, they want me to opportunity on the pulpit so that they can come and talk about their. I said, no. You have the market already. One-on-one contact is more effective. When you meet this person and introduce the product, because I've done marketing. In fact, after my university days, all the jobs I did were pure marketing jobs. And I moved from place to place and I made personal contact. In fact, there is corporate marketing, where you market events. I remember in 2003, the Nigerian Society of Engineers were to have a program. And that program had to be sponsored by engineering companies and specifically the Ikeja branch of the Nigerian Society of Engineers. So they contracted that to our company. And I was the marketing executive of the company. So my MD entrusted it to me. What did I do? I moved from one company, this Lafarge, and a number of engineering companies in Ikeja, meeting them, presenting a letter, seeing their managers and all that. Eventually we got a number of companies that sponsored that program in Ikeja. And from there, I came to Segdas, where I now began to market piston rings and all that. So it is a question of you starting with the little you have. You'll see you'll make some progress. God bless you.
Praise the Lord. I believe our brother is okay. I never read marketing. industrial attachment. You don't come to me. I never read marketing, so it's a different thing. But like as I said, it's by choice. And I promised us that I was going to reveal a secret to us. And this is the real time to reveal that secret. Men came prepared. Just come tomorrow. Is it not wonderful? Come on, put your hands together. With this in mind, please, let's be on our feet. Put your hands in your pocket. Go for something good, something big. Let's give our offering.